You might be wondering, what the hell is going on with your case? And I'm here to answer your questions. My name is John Ting. I practice immigration law in all 50 states of America and across the world, helping you solve your immigration problem or maybe even preventing the problem from happening in the first place. Now, there's a crap ton of legal problems people are suffering, delays, just challenges, denials, rejections. We're here to help you. Okay. Now, look, of course, there's a huge difference between you hiring a lawyer and then just following someone like myself on YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok. We appreciate it. I'm happy to point you in the right direction if we can here on the show. But ultimately, you probably need to consult with an attorney one-on-one. Okay. Because in that situation, it's easier. You have the ability to ask more follow-up questions. And also, likewise with the attorney, right? Because attorney can, like, y'all ask me a question here. Most of the time, I have a follow-up question like, oh, where did you file your case? When did you file the case? Where is the case located right now? That determines the answer ultimately. Okay, folks. Or people ask like, how much time until the next situation? So, but let me share for the topic of today a closer look at why your case remains actively reviewed. It's there, it's actively reviewed, even though they're not actually reviewing your case. I know it's a little strange. So because a lot of people think that, okay, maybe it's as accurate detail of case status similar to Domino's Pizza. I'm not sponsored by Domino's, but they're pretty accurate. Because if it was Domino's, like we're making the pizza right now. After that, if the pizza is done, it's literally going to the next stage. But with USCIS, like pickup or for delivery, but USCIS, the State Department, there's no specific status report like that. That would be great. Drop in the comments what you're expecting from USCIS. But what I just shared with you, I'm pretty sure that's what you're hoping for is a specific status report. Like, okay, case moved to another office, and what's going to happen at the next office? Probably not much, right? Because in the government's eyes, USCIS, the petition, the application's going to take a certain amount of time on purpose, right? Y'all got to think about why is USCIS or State Department slow on certain cases. It's not the pandemic anymore, folks. Okay, don't give the U.S. government, okay, they'll get to my case. No, they're slow on purpose. That's how they control the ebb and flow of immigrants, foreign nationals getting legal status, right? So that's why, fortunately, at least with employment cases, L1 visa, L1A, L1B, all these, they're O1P for athletes, they have premium processing. You can pay an extra fee, $2,500, and I get it. Okay, you're like, why I gotta pay more? You gotta pay for priority, essentially. It's just like FedEx versus U.S. snail mail plus postal service. There's a huge difference, right? We can overnight something the following day, and I can drop it into FedEx at 5 p.m. That's amazing. If I go to the central office in Houston, I think it's like 6 p.m. Worst case scenario, which fortunately I've only had to do that one time. But with family-based cases, there's no premium processing. Okay, there's no processing, and there's no one to really to kind of guide you. Even most lawyers don't understand this. They don't understand why a case is taking so long. They're just going to complain with y'all and not really give y'all feedback. So that's one of the reasons I go live to share a bit more context here. Is that essentially USCIS or State Department is very slow on purpose. We're just sharing a real deal here. I know you're not going to like what I'm saying, but you got it. So instead of being anxious all the time, I'm here to help you understand that it could be normal in certain situations that your case is slow. However, you have to be ready when you can file a lawsuit. Last option, okay? But please know if you're waiting 3 years and you're waiting to become a citizen, you're already a green card holder, resident holder, you applied for become a citizen, it's been 3 years. That's a little strange. That's not correct. That's unreasonable, right? So y'all have to understand certain scenarios. And so I see it both ways, right? You want things to happen fast, which is happening in the trend, 2023 trend for marriage cases. They're getting processed. Our average time seems to be 3 to 5 months that is filed this year, like January 1st, for example. Now, I know I feel bad for those folks that filed let's say December 2022. Yeah, y'all probably getting slowed down. And I don't know what is triggering this, but like I think about workflow for our team, maybe in their trigger, in their government system, if it's filed in 2023, then it's okay, it's a little fast track here. I guess you could say a moment of silence for all those persons affected by the attacks. Uh, Now, the news is saying attacks by Israel. Of course, no human should have to suffer like this, um, especially those folks who are not involved in the military authoritative decision making here. My heart goes out to all those folks affected um, in general. Okay. Recap for today's topic: a closer look at why your case is actively reviewed, remains in active review, is because ultimately they don't have the next stage to move your case to. Maybe it could be biometrics. Even someone asked me the other day, okay, what happens after you take your biometrics? Will it be updated in the system? No, they're not going to update it. There's because they don't have something in their workflow to update it to. So hopefully that gives you some context. I really wish there was something like so. I mean, online apparently they claim, okay, your decision will come in 1 week or 1 month. I let me know in the comments. Are y'all getting that in your online account? I don't think we even have access to that. So, but every time I've called in to the hotline and I ask, just get a little feedback there. I tell them that situation, and they're like, "No, that stuff is not true. It's not accurate." So, folks, if you see that in your online account, it could seem like a great thing, like, oh, 1 week away, but just don't get your hopes up, okay? All right, check if you really want a better idea, check USCIS processing times, that webpage, and they'll give you a better idea. But sometimes, even if it says 12 months in a certain city or service center, like I said, marriage cases, someone has entered America and never left, they're processing 3 to 5 months. Okay. I hope they continue that for next year, 2024. Okay. Data shows, by the way, that the sitting president when there's a war is going to be the same president the following election, the following term. So whether you like President Biden or not, get out to vote if you're a U.S. citizen. Only if you're a U.S. citizen. If you are not a U.S. citizen and someone encouraged you to become a U.S. citizen, which is usually at the driver license location, DPS or DMV location, sometimes they don't know. They don't work for immigration law firm. They don't work for State Department. They work for the state of where you live. So please be careful. If you're a green card holder, do not register to vote. And in fact, don't even take the next level to vote. Okay. We've known some people to do that and they shouldn't have done it. God bless them. But only vote in America if you're a U.S. citizen. I hope I made that very clear. Thanks so much. Take care.